The National Guard, under the command of General John Jensen, is deployed. We'll talk about the numbers that are out there and the mission specific that they're employing. Colonel Langer is currently at the 5th Precinct, holding that ground with the State Patrol. DPS and the folks with under DNR are out there, and our local partners in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and our joint powers agreements are assisting. The situation is incredibly dangerous. The situation is fluid. It is dynamic. I would first of all thank all Minnesotans who chose to protect our cities, who chose to protect their neighbors and stay home. Thank you for that. To all of the first responders who are out there, from firefighters to National Guard to line crews to utilities workers who are out there to keep us safe, I want to thank you for that. Law enforcement is responding the best they can in this situation. We'll get you all of the numbers that are out there. I want to say, first of all, I myself can I spoke this evening to George Floyd's siblings quite extensively. I understand that rage. We've talked about it. We understand what has to happen. What's going on out there right now is not that. The wanton destruction, and specifically of ethnic businesses that took generations to build, are being torn down. All of those infrastructures of civil society and the things that make our city great, which lends me to believe, as we look at this, the disenfranchisement that went with what we witnessed with George's death is one thing, but the absolute chaos. This is not grieving, and this is not making a statement that we fully acknowledge needs to be fixed. This is life-threatening, dangerous, to the most well-qualified forces that are out there facing this. So I want to acknowledge that. I'm deeply concerned with the people who you need to go home. You need to go home. The purpose of this, and we're seeing it spread up across the country, is making it more difficult to get to the point where we can deal with these issues. Our neighbors are afraid. People are watching this across there, and they want to know what's happening. We promised you today, and I want to thank Mayor Fry for the leadership today, and I think the issue of coordination and communicating together, this is the largest civilian deployment in Minnesota history that we have out there today. And quite candidly, right now, we do not have the numbers. We cannot arrest people when we're trying to hold ground because of the sheer size, the dynamics, and the wanton violence that's coming out there. Colonel Langer spoke about this often, of seasoned folks who have also deployed overseas and seen this, and now seeing this here in our neighborhoods. We will talk about ways and the resources that we have left, but to put this into perspective, the force that we have out there now is about 3 times larger than the one in the 60s, which was the largest during the race riots. And they're out there right now. And the capacity to be able to do offensive action, and they're out there doing that, arresting the folks that we can. But as you've seen, there's already shots being fired back at our people. This arson that is taking place puts many people at risk. Our firefighters are specifically and very open to target, and Minneapolis Fire has been responding heroically. And I tell you, all the citizens, the response time is fast as we want to get it. And that responsibility, as I said today, for coordination lies with us. I will take responsibility for the underestimating the wanton destruction and the size of this crowd. We have deployed a force that I think, as we sat down together and talked about, would have in any other civilian military or civilian police operation worked. But the terrifying thing is to hear people who've seen this, and myself of looking at this, it resembles more of a military operation at times now, as especially ringleaders moving from place to place. So I would ask all of us to, again, go home to protect our assets, understanding that